AFTV, 1-0 to the Arsenal, clean sheet, win, through to the next round. Doesn't tell the full story because it was a tough game, especially in the first half.
Yeah, it was a game of two halves. First half, we were very poor, but Leeds played quite well. Second half, we came out, Arteta must have said something to them, we came out alive, and Leeds, they weren't as strong as they were in the first half.
What do you think Arteta said to them at half-time?
I don't know, because he must have said something, because in the first half it was very, very poor. Leeds were dominating us physically. Lacazette was getting bullied, you have to be honest. They had more chances, they kept more of the ball, they made better passes, they had better play. We kept losing the ball in our half. We didn't make Leeds lose the ball in their half a lot. So for the first half, they were playing quite well. And then I don't get how we came out so slow, especially he's put out a very strong team. Because to me, except Martinez, all of them are first team starters.
So there was a lot of players, you have to say, a lot of like players like Holding haven't played virtually the whole season. And it showed, didn't it, with him. Socrates, not a right back, but although in the second half he really picked it up in that right back position.
He did. I think you're right, with Socrates playing there, it was a weird decision. I was quite shocked to see it, but he did step up to it. And then, obviously, in the first half, we could have been 3 or 4 down, to be honest, because Martinez did make a few good saves. Leeds had much of the ball, went in for half-time. He must have said to them at half-time, listen, if you do the same again, you're coming off. Or that's not what it is to play for Arsenal. Came out second half, you could tell within the first 2 or 3 minutes, we were going to get a goal soon. And then we started moving the ball quickly. We started, making space for each other. We started going at Leeds a bit more, and we got a goal from it.
And good to see Reece Nelson, who obviously you can see Mikel Arteta's putting a lot of faith in him at the moment. He's playing him on a regular basis, and it was great to see him on the score sheet.
It was. Is that his first goal for Arsenal? I'm not too sure.
I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not
100% sure.
Anyone?
Anyone around here? Come on. What's your knowledge at? Where's your knowledge at? Is that Reece Nelson's? He scored in the Carabao Cup.
Right, so my bad, yeah.
So second goal.
Yeah, all right. So he scored again.
We're going to fact check that. We're going to fact check that. Make sure you're right.
He did. Yeah. But it's good for him to get. He should have scored. He could have scored a couple more, because sometimes he went on a good run. Lacazette did it as well in the first half. They went on good runs, but they just didn't get the shot away for whatever reason. And then Arteta, I think, towards the end of the second half, he started to make the right changes. So he brought on Martinelli for Reece Nelson, who did work his socks off. And then I love Martinelli. Like when he comes on, he brings the fire, he brings energy, he brings pace, he brings, he's so hungry to play. And then when he came on, he nutmegged the right back a few times, gave us something to cheer about. And we saw the game through, which is the professional side came out, because you saw in the last 5 minutes we started to take slower for goal kicks. One of the ball boys gave the Leeds goalkeeper, walked up to him and gave him the ball instead of throwing it to him. So that kind of side of it was nicer to see for us, because we're not used. Well, I'm not used to that, seeing it, because that's been so long where we've stood in front of the ball for a free kick, or we've kicked the ball out of play and got back into position straight away. So maybe that's something Arteta's bringing as well. What's that? Bournemouth away next round. Hopefully, on paper we should go through, but today on paper again we should have gone through, but we kind of made a hard deal with it. But Bournemouth away and Crystal Palace on Saturday. Hopefully we can get the win.